Hi everybody, I'm going to show you today how I installed my Garmin Livescope system. This is the Ultra 2 126 SV and it's the LVS34 transducer. So let's start with the black box installation. So you can see everything is kind of neat and tidy in my boat here. So I have a 50 amp hour battery and I have the positive of the battery running to an on and off switch. And then I have the positive out of the switch running into a fuse block, and then a negative on the fuse block running to the battery. So the battery basically runs directly to the switch and then to the fuse block. And then I have two other things in the fuse block, which are power for the screen and then power for the black box. Everything is super neat and tidy in here, which is exactly how I like it. I have my two one-bank chargers so I can charge my batteries. This is a 150 amp hour lithium for my trolling motor, and then this is a 50 amp hour battery for the Garmin. That should be plenty. I mean, I'm not really fishing multiple days at a time, but this is how I set the inside of this up. And I should say this is an Alumacraft 165 Classic. So for those that have an Alumacraft, you can kind of get an idea. So coming over here to the pole and to the mount for the screen, you could see here's the screen. It's pretty huge. It's heavy. I kind of should have planned for that maybe a little better. But anyway, the pole I have is a beat down pole. It's called the Stick Up. And it telescopes basically from here all the way up to here. So I think all in, it's probably about 20 inches, 19, 20 inches. And it should give me a good vantage point when I'm standing in the front of the boat and, fishing. So looks good. Everything, again, neat and tidy. Wires are all there. Now, I have this set up just a single standalone unit. You can network these to multiple Garmins. I don't have multiple Garmins and I don't even know how to do that. But basically, to do a single standalone unit like I did, you only need two wires in the back. You have your power, which is right here, and then you have your network cable, which is right here. And then this runs to the battery, and then this one runs to the black box. That's it. Garmin gives you two extra cables. There's a short cable and another network cable if you want to hook this up to another Garmin unit. So I'm going to show you the pole here. So the pole I have is an HD Innovations pole, and you can see it kind of there, and it telescopes, has multiple telescoping points, goes up to the top. I wish it were a little taller up here. Probably another 6 inches or so would be great. I have this actually mounted on the Alumatrack rails with a Brocraft mount. I know that might be a little tough to see, but you can see it in there. I mean, that is lock solid in there, which is what I wanted. It should be fine. Now, the HD Innovations setup is fairly simple. They give you the bolts. You can see that red bolt right there, and then it basically just screws into the pole, and should be off and running. I followed the video instructions on how to install the wire at the multiple kink points, which should be fine. What I'm going to do, I was going to show you why I like the HD Innovations pole, and because it stows away very nicely on the boat. So just hold this right onto this pole here, down here, please. And then, so what you do is if you unscrew this, it slides up, because I have to make this a little short right now. And then I unscrew this one, and it also slides up. And then all I have to do is unscrew the ram mount, and then basically it all goes right into the boat, super nice and tidy. I tighten it down nice and tight, and that thing isn't going to go anywhere. Basically, that's exactly why I wanted this mount, this particular mount, the HD Innovations. and you can see it's all there. Super super nice. It's super convenient. I'm not going to lose it down the highway. And then I also have a transducer cover on it from HD as well. So one of the other things that I'll talk about is just cost. So you guys all know the cost of these things is very high, very expensive. This pole was $200. I mean, that's a lot of money for a pole, but it's the only pole that I could find that was very sturdy and seemed to work the best for my needs. And I actually have it, if you could see, I have it bolted through the floor. It's not going anywhere. I mean, that thing is rock solid. This pole system, I think it's about $160 for the pole, and there's an ice tripod that it comes with. This mount I think is like $80 or $90. And then this mount, the Brocraft mount I have, is another $40. So, I mean, I'm probably between extra wires and wire wraps and everything, probably budget another, I would say $600 to $1,000, depending on your specific taste and needs. You also have to budget for a battery. You have to budget for the switch, the fuse block. I use 8-gauge wire. It's quite an expense and quite a project to do all this. All this took me roughly, I would say, about 12 hours to put together. Taking apart the whole front of the boat, like this giant T here had to come out. But it looks very sharp. It's super clean. It looks professional, and I'm excited to get to try it. So good luck. If you have any questions, just post a comment, and I'll try to do my best to answer them. But thank you.